Hello, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We meet once again on our النحو الواضح lessons. Inshallah, today we discuss توكيد الضمير المتصل والمستتر. I think this will be the last lesson on the topic at-توكيد. I believe so. So we've already done the at-توكيد, we've seen the توكيد, we've seen the mu'akkad, we've seen the توكيد معنوي, توكيد لفظي, and we've seen their alfaz التوكيد, the جميع, the kullu, the nafsu, the ainu, the kila, the kilta, and then the takrar al-lafz للتوكيد. We've seen all that. Inshallah, today we are going to look at توكيد الضمير. توكيد الضمير بمعنى the dhamir here becomes the mu'akkad. When you have a pronoun being the one that you intend to emphasize, when you have a pronoun being the mu'akkad, all the ones we've done so far are where we have the mu'akkad being a lafz sarih, being a plain noun, then we emphasize it. Okay, where we have ja al-rasulu, ja al-safiru, ja al-ustazu nafsuhu. We have an actual noun and we emphasize it. Now, what if the noun that we want to emphasize is a pronoun? And when it is a pronoun, you know we have الضمير المتصل. We've done this attached pronoun in the very beginning. I think that was even in the book 1. So we did الضمير المتصل and then we did الضمير المستتر, the hidden pronoun. If you've forgotten that topic, you can kindly go back into the playlist up there. You see the hidden pronoun, you see the attached pronoun, you revise that lesson. But basically, الضمير المتصل is a pronoun that is written attached to the verb. So even before we get into the lesson, something like kumtu, you see the tu here is attached to the verb kumtu. Okay, you see something like ja'aka, the kaf is attached to the ja'a. Sallamtu, the tu is attached to the sallam. Okay, so those are called al-dhama'ir al-muttasila, attached pronouns. And then we have the al-mustatir, where the pronoun is hidden. Something like I say adhabu. Adhabu, you say fi'il mudari marfu' wa alamatu raf'ihi ad-dhamma al-zahira ala akhirihi. والفاعل ضمير مستتر وجوبا تقديره أنا. So in the verb أذهب, the fa'il is what? Ana. And this ana is a dhamir mustatir. It's a hidden pronoun in the verb. When I say something like kum, I'm commanding you, kum. The fa'il of the kum is anta. But the anta is not written. It's hidden because when I'm commanding you, I can't say kum and mention you being the fa'il again. So when the pronoun is hidden in the verb, that is dhamir mustatir. Jamil? Okay. So here we are going to look at how to emphasize this ad-dhamir al-muttasil and then the ad-dhamir al-mustatir. Let's go. He says, kumtu ana bil-wajib. Kumtu ana bil-wajib. I did the assignment myself. I did the assignment myself. Kumtu ana bil-wajib. I did the assignment. I did the assignment myself. So the ana here, don't mistake it to be fa'il. The fa'il is what? Tu. The dhamir ta here is the fa'il. So the kumtu, you say fi'il madi mabniyun ala sukun litisalihi bita'ul الرفع لاتصاله بضمير الرفع المتحرك, which is the تاء ضمة. والتاء ضمير الرفع مبني على الضم في محل رفع فاعل. So the tu is the fa'il, kumtu. The ana becomes emphasis for the tu. So kumtu, the tu already represents ana. So when you say ana, again you are emphasizing it. So kumtu ana bil wajib, I did the assignment myself. Say ma ja'aka anta ahadun. So you see that the kaf already representing you and then anta again coming after the kaf. That means that the anta is emphasis for the kaf. Ma ja'aka anta ahadun. The sentence is ma ja'aka ahadun. Nobody has come to you. Okay, like your boss goes out and comes and says, Hal ja'ani ahadun, did anyone come to me? Then you say, La ma ja'aka ahadun. But you want to emphasize the you, so you say, Ma ja'aka anta ahadun. Noting that the kaf here is maf'ulun bihi, right? It's maf'ulun bihi. Ma ja'aka anta ahadun. So the maf'ulun bihi here is emphasized. Here it was the fa'il, and then down here maf'ulun bihi. Says sallamtu alayhi huwa. Sallamtu alayhi. I greeted him. Him. The huwa comes to emphasize the he here. And the damir he here is fi mahalli jar. Ism majroor. Ala and the he. So alayhi. So you realize that the huwa here is emphasizing ism majroor. Okay, sallamtu alayhi huwa. I greeted he himself. Now what do you learn from here? You realize that the damir muttasil can come fi mahalli raf, it can come fi mahalli nasb maf'ul bihi, it can come fi mahalli jar ism majroor, and then we emphasize it with a damir munfasil, a detached pronoun. We emphasize it with a damir munfasil. We emphasize it with a pronoun that stands alone, detached pronoun. So the attached pronoun can be emphasized by a detached pronoun. Jamil. Now, understanding this, we go through them, we sail through them. We have dahishna, nahnu, anfusuna. Dahisha, to be surprised. Okay, to be surprised, that is the dahisha. Says, or to be shocked. To be shocked. Dahishna, nahnu, anfusuna. We ourselves were shocked, or we ourselves were surprised. Jamil. And then we have zu'irta anta nafsuka. Zu'ira is to be scared, to be struck by fear. That is zu'ira. Bidhai. Zu'ira, to be struck by fear. And it says zu'irta anta nafsuka. You got shocked, you yourself, okay? Or you got terrified, you got scared, you got struck by fear, you got frightened, all those meanings. Zu'irta anta nafsuka. You yourself got frightened. You yourself got frightened. So you are with a friend, you are in a bush, you hear a sound and you start running, and he says, Hal zu'irta? You got scared, and you want to, in a sarcastic way, you want to tell him, even you yourself, you got scared. He says, Zu'irta anta nafsuka. Okay? Zu'irta anta nafsuka. You yourself got frightened. It says, Jabunu hum anfusuhum. Jabunu. Yani, Jabunu bimana, to become coward. Okay? To chicken out. That is the term. It says, Jabuna rajul. Yani, the man chicken out. The man became a coward. He lost his confidence. Jabuna. To become jabanun. That is it. When we say jabuna bimana swara, jabanan. So when somebody loses his confidence, loses his courage, you say jabuna. So jabunuhum anfusuhum. They themselves lost their courage. They themselves became cowardized. They became coward. They lost their confidence. Okay? Or they themselves became scared. Jabuna, it also applies. And then he says, so here again, you realize that the hishna is being emphasized by nahnu, and then again, anfus. Zu'irta, the damir muttasil here, is being emphasized by anta. It didn't stop there. Nafsuka followed it. Jabunu, the damir waw here, which is the fa'il, waw al-jama'a, is being emphasized by the whom, and then also emphasized by anfus. So you see the usage of the nafs and the usage of the damir munfasil to emphasize it. Double emphasis. It says usriju an al-farasa. Usriju from the verb asraja. Asraja bimana an tada as-sarj ala al-hayawan or ala al-faras. To put the sarj, which is the saddle, when you have your horse tied up, the leather thing you put on it to help you stay on it and to hold it, you take it out when the horse is standing. When you are going to ride it, you fix it on it and tie it, all that. That putting the saddle on is what we call the israj. So the verb is asraja. It's usriju an al farasa. I put the saddle myself on the horse. Usriju an al farasa. It says iftah anta an nafiza. Open the window, you yourself. So you yourself open the window. Then he says faridun qara'a huwa al-kitaba. Faridun qara'a huwa al-kitaba. Farid read the book himself. Now, this particular chamber is very important for me. Pay attention to something here. Usriju. What is the fa'il of usriju? Don't tell me ana. Pay attention. Don't tell me the fa'il of usriju is ana. Usriju is conjugated to ana already. So the usriju, the fa'il is damirun mustatirun wujuban. The fa'il is a pronoun that is hidden in the verb itself. So usriju, the fa'il is ana, but a damir mustatir, whose taqdir is the ana. So you say usriju fi'l mudari marfu' wa alamat raf'ihi ad-damma az-zahira ala akhirih. Then you say والفاعل ضمير مستتر تقديره أنا. Or you say والفاعل ضمير مستتر وجوبا تقديره أنا. That means this additional ana here, this ana here is an addition. It's a repetition of the lafz of the fa'il, which is not mentioned. So the ana here becomes an emphasis. Don't mistake to see such a sentence and consider the ana as the fa'il. So usriju ana al-farasa, you say the usriju, the ana is توكيد, is an emphasis. Okay. It says iftah anta. The anta here is emphasis. It's not the fa'il of the iftah. So iftah fil amr mabni ala sukun. Okay. Then you say wal fa'il damir mustatir taqdiruhu anta. And then the anta here is ضمير منفصل مبني على الفتح في محل رفع توكيد للفاعل. جميل. That is how it goes. Then فريد قرأ هو الكتاب. The sentence would have been فريد قرأ الكتاب. So already the قرأ has the pronoun هو in it. You do not need the هو again. But so when the هو comes, it's a repetition of the فاعل. فريد قرأ هو الكتاب. So the huwa here comes as an emphasis. Faridun qara'a huwa al-kitab. Bimana Farid himself read the book. It's like saying Faridun qara'a Faridun nafsuhu al-kitaba. It is like saying qara'a Faridun nafsuhu al-kitaba. Jamil? Okay. And then we come to the last chamber. It says usriju ana nafsi al-farah. Now see the difference. Here it says usriju an al-faras. The pronoun is being emphasized by just this one. The fa'il here is being emphasized by this. Iftah anta qara'a huwa. But here the nafs is also employed. Usriju ana nafsi al-farasa. I myself, so it's an additional emphasis. Okay, an additional emphasis to just strengthen the sentence. Usriju ana nafsi al-farasa. I myself put the saddle on the horse. Then it says, Iftah anta nafsuka an-nafiza. You yourself open the window, an additional emphasis. Faridun qara'a huwa nafsuhu al-kitab. This is an additional emphasis, double emphasis. Yani. Okay, Jamil. Now, we come to the al-bahs. It says, al-bahs, at-ta'u min kumtu. The ta in kumtu, this ta. والكاف في جاءك and the kaf in the جاءك والها and the ha in عليه this ha. في الأمثلة الثلاثة الأولى in the first three examples كلها ضمائر متصلة. They are all attached pronouns. They are all attached pronouns. He says وقد أكد كل منها توكيدا لفظيا بضمير رفع منفصل. He says each of them has been emphasized with a توكيد لفظي by using a ضمير رفع منفصل. they've been emphasized by a توكيد لفظي, by a ضمير رفع المنفصل. He says ولو تدبرت جميع الضمائر المتصلة, if you should look at all the ضمائر المتصلة, okay, على اختلاف أنواعها, looking at their different types, سواء كانت في محل رفع, whether it is in محل رفع, أم في محل نصب, or whether it is in محل نصب, أم في محل جر, or whether it is in the position of جر, لوجدتها تؤكد توكيدا لفظيا بضمائر الرفع المنفصلة. Okay, so you realize that these pronouns, the two represents the ana. It is the ana itself, and it is emphasized by another ana. The kaf here is anta, ضمير مخاطب, and the anta here comes to emphasize it, which is ضمير منفصل. ضمير متصل too, ضمير متصل he here, which is في محل جر, is being emphasized by huwa, which is the same. who is ضمير غائب للمذكر مفرد, huwa is غائب مذكر مفرد. So you realize that the ضمير منفصل comes to emphasize the ضمير متصل. ضمير منفصل emphasizes the ضمير متصل, like that. Jamil, that is what he's explaining. But these ضمائر that are being used for the emphasis, ana, anta, huwa, they are all ضمائر الرفع. They are all ضمائر الرفع. As we've learned previously, the ضمائر الرفع are those pronouns that come in the position of رفع. They are used for mubtada, they are used for fa'il and stuff like that. But when they come like this, you now say they are mabniyun ala kaza fi mahalli jar, because of the purpose of tawkid they are serving, or fi mahalli raf', based on the pronoun they are emphasizing, or fi mahalli nazb, based on the pronoun they are emphasizing, if the pronoun is a maf'ulun bihi, just like the kaf. Jamil, we come here, says what ضمائر, and the pronouns na min dahishna, the na in dahishna, والتا في من ذعرت, والواو في جبن. في أمثلة الثلاثة الثانية, in the second three examples, it says كلها ضمائر رفع متصلة, وقد they are all ضمائر رفع متصلة. Okay, the na is ضمير رفع, it comes as a fa'il, and the ذعرت, the ta is ضمير رفع متصلة. جبنوا, the waw here is ضمير رفع. They are all in the position of fa'il, and say they are fa'il. That's وقد أكد كل منها توكيدا معنويا. Each of it has been emphasized with a توكيد معنوي. How? You are seeing the usage of النفس بعد توكيده بالضمير المنفصل, after emphasizing it with a ضمير منفصل. So what is happening here? We have both the توكيد معنوي, and then we are having the توكيد بالضمير المنفصل. Look at this. دهشنا نحن أنفسنا, زعرت أنت نفسك, جبنوا هم أنفسهم. So there is the توكيد with ضمير المنفصل, and then the توكيد معنوي where we use the النفس. ولو تدبرت جميع ضمائر الرفع المتصلة المؤكدة بالنفس أو العين, لوجدتها لا تؤكد هذا التوكيد إلا بعد توكيدها بالضمائر المنفصلة. He says if you should look at all the ضمائر الرفع المتصلة, all the ضمائر الرفع that are attached to the verbs, you realize that they are not emphasized with the التوكيد المعنوي النفس and عين. They are not لا تؤكد هذا التوكيد إلا بعد توكيدها بالضمائر المنفصلة. You can't do their emphasis with النفس and عين except when you have already done the توكيد with الضمائر المنفصلة. So before you bring النفس, before you bring عين, you have to have brought the ضمير المنفصلة to emphasize it. Look at this here. You can't say دهشنا أنفسنا. You can't say زعرت نفسك. You can't say جبنوا أنفسهم. You have to say دهشنا نحن أنفسنا. زعرت أنت نفسك. جبنوا هم أنفسهم. Why is this so? You can't emphasize with this unless you've brought these ones. Okay? Unless you've brought these ones. Why? Because you are emphasizing ضمائر رفع متصلة. You are emphasizing attached pronouns of رفع. You are emphasizing these ones. In that case, you can't bring the توكيد معنوي unless when you've already brought the توكيد with the ضمير. Jamil? Okay, if you look through, that is how it all goes. Usriju ana, the ana is emphasizing, anta is emphasizing, huwa is emphasizing. And then when you want to bring the nafs here, as we can see here, before you bring this nafs, you have to have brought the ana, you have to have brought the anta, you have to have brought the huwa. When you are emphasizing domir al-raf al-muttasila, even when it is domir al-raf al-mustatira, you have to have brought the توكيد, as this is what he says here, this line. تأمل الضمائر المستترة في الأمثلة الباقية. Look at the ضمائر مستترة in the other examples. It says تجد حكمها في التوكيد اللفظي. You find its ruling in the توكيد اللفظي. وكذلك في التوكيد المعنوي بالنفس والعين حكم الضمائر المتصلة المتقدمة. So the ruling of these ones here is just like the rulings of the ones we have here. How? Before you emphasize this, is ضمير الرفع المتصلة. Okay, but it is ظاهر. We can see the pronouns here, right? We can see these pronouns. But when you come here, the أسرج, the فاعل, as I said, is ضمير مستتر. افتح, the فاعل, as I said, is ضمير مستتر. And then قرأ, the fa'il, is ضمير مستتر. So when you are going to emphasize these ones with nafs, which is توكيد لفظي, before you apply the توكيد لفظي, you must have brought the توكيد of the ضمير. Okay, you must bring this first. You must first emphasize with the ضمير before you bring the nafs and the to emphasize it. Jamil. So he says القواعد, says الضمائر المتصلة والمستترة تؤكد توكيدا لفظيا بضمائر الرفع المنفصلة. The pronouns, the attached pronouns and the hidden pronouns, they are emphasized by توكيد لفظي. They are emphasized by توكيد لفظي. You already know توكيد لفظي, but here with ضمائر الرفع المنفصلة, by using a detached pronouns, nominative pronouns. Then he says لا تؤكد ضمائر الرفع المتصلة والمستترة بالنفس والعين إلا بعد توكيدها بضمائر الرفع المنفصلة. You can't emphasize the ضمائر الرفع المتصلة or مستترة, whether it is attached, you can see the pronoun, or it is hidden. You can't emphasize it with nafs or ain, except after emphasizing it with the ضمائر الرفع المنفصلة, except after bringing the ضمير to emphasize it. Then you can say nafs, add the nafs or ainuhu. Jamil. Okay, this brings us to the end of the توكيد الضمير المتصل والمستتر. Anything that you do not get here, please do well to ask questions, and then we will do our best to clarify it for you, inshallah. Okay, till we meet again, don't forget to subscribe if you've not done so, and don't forget to share for others to also benefit, and for you to also get the ajr of whatever we are doing here of sharing knowledge. And also don't forget to leave a like if the lessons have been beneficial to you. Till we meet again, have a very good Arabic time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.